Shortly after arriving to the lake, I managed a very small common. And then the rod tore off, resulting in this very large mirror. A new personal best which came in at £18 4 ounce. It was a nice fish, but I knew deep down that the lake had more to offer. I then had 2 very small carp. Shortly after, I had hooked something that fought incredibly hard. The battle spanned over 12 minutes, and this immaculate common came in at £21 and 2 ounces. This was also a fish taken from a handful of river carp that the lake owner had stocked, explaining why it fought so incredibly hard. The first night began to fall, and I thus set into a fish that felt incredibly big. It slowly kited in various directions across the lake, and there was no way that I was going to stop it. I slowly began to get the better of it as it came into the marginal shallows. The few feet of water couldn't conceal it, and I was amazed to see a humongous sturgeon just a metre or 2 out in front of me. It finally subsided, and the lake owner had managed to get it into the net. I stared down into the net with disbelief. This was the most incredible fish I had ever seen. The larger of 2 sturgeon in the lake, and a fish expected to be around 60 pounds. A true dinosaur and a new overall personal best. And of course, the bucket. The next day, I had again landed a big sturgeon. We thought it to be the same fish, but as it sat in the net, I noticed that it only had 1 eye, which meant that it was the other sturgeon in the lake, and I had caught both of them in the span of just 2 days. I then went on to my next venue, which was a holiday park set on a fishing lake complex, and I quickly got off the mark with this £7 scaly mirror caught on floating bread.
Mirror. Some nice wide shoulders on it, and yeah, just a beautiful fish all around. See the other side of him? Beautiful fish. Let's get a step back.
I then had this small linear, and then this epic Jurassic looking mirror of around £8.
Another beautiful one off the top. Just some absolutely amazing fishing. Yeah, proper old gnarly one as well. Now, let's get a release on.
It was a very nice fish to catch, but I definitely still wanted something much bigger. And as night set in, I got exactly that. With this perfect common of around £16.
Every common, middle of the night, eating my dinner, screamed off on the receiver, and just have a look at that.
Go round.
And once again at night, I had landed an incredible carp once again. A mirror I would estimate to be around
lovely
£20.
Big mirror. And look at the belly on that, lovely colours as well. Nice big scales. It's just a beautiful fish, and yeah, lovely.
It was now my last night, and I had to make it count. This smaller mirror fell to a rod positioned out in the middle of the lake. I then hooked something that fought hard and held deep, and after a long fight, this chunky common graced the back of the net.
Absolute chunk of a common. Have a look at that fish.
Shortly after arriving on the complex, I set out on a few of the smaller lakes to try and get off the mark. And I quickly landed a few small fish. Although while on one of the lakes, a larger mirror had taken my bread and snapped me off. I wanted to catch something bigger, and while explaining to people about the big mirror I had seen in the lake, it took
That's
my
him.
breath and I was onto it.
See?
It was one of the largest fish in this small lake. Night fell and I'd seen one of the larger commons in the lake going around taking some of my mixers off the surface until it slipped up on my bread and I had hooked it. It was a big fish for the lake, but on the grand scheme of things it was still tiny. The next day I set out on a larger lake of the complex in hopes for a bigger fish.
Yes.
Quickly landing this nice mirror which I slipped back and got straight back on with the fishing. And I quickly got what I hoped for with this £7 mirror.
A really nice mirror. Got some brilliant, lovely scales on it. Just out of this lake. I think he wants to go.
And it was at this time I'd seen a decently sized ghost carp going around taking some of my mixers off the surface. And when I hooked what I thought to be another small common, I was hit by a massive surprise. I was incredibly shocked to see that exact ghost carp. It came out at £11 and a new personal best.
So cool.
But moreover,
Definitely
it was a
my favourite
lovely
fish
fish
so
to
far.
catch.
He definitely wants to go back, so let's get him back.
I next had a small common which I didn't bother holding up and just released out of the net.
Yeah, there he goes.
And then a small mirror. I then went on to have this lovely and slightly bigger mirror, a halfling of around £6. And then this perfect, fully scaled.
Have a look at him. Absolutely brilliant fish. Not a scale out of place. I'm actually going to slip him back now.
That following evening I was still desperate for something bigger. And I managed this lovely linear.
There it is.
A trademark fish
Brilliant
for the lake
linear
that
off
I
the
was
top
on
a
of
chop
around
pop up.
£6.
Pretty much my ideal carp. Perfect, peachy looking belly. Oh, another one of these mint Jenny's Lakes mirrors. Let's get him back.
It was now my last day on the complex and I had chosen to stick to the smaller lakes. Landing 2 mirrors of around £3 or maybe £4. And these 2 wacky little carp. And to put a nice end on the trip, a fully scaled mirror of around £4 or £5. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it and stay tuned because there's much more content to come.